The Presbyterian University of East Africa, PUEA, is a faith-based chartered private university sponsored by the Presbyterian Church of East Africa, PCEA. It admits both government and self-sponsored students and adopts an ecumenical approach. It is situated 20 kilometers. The PUEA has a rich historical background. The activities of the university date back to the arrival of the first Church of Scotland missionaries in Togoto, way back in 1898. The missionaries, who initially began work in Kibwezi, spearheaded the establishment of formal schools in Togoto mission area, making it the cradle of education in Kenya.
It is the history of the ministry done to the Presbyterian Church by the Church of Scotland, which dates back to 1891, when they came down at Kibwezi, did mission work, but then later in 1898 they came over to this area, that is Thokoto area. The most important thing was education, and because the missionaries knew that if they were able to get people educated, the local people here, they would get people who can help them in mission work. They could also have people who can do interpretation, because there was the Kikuyu and English. So that was crucial for people to be exposed to education.
PUEA's historical background also includes the fact that independent Kenya's first president, Mzee Jomo Kenyatta, studied at the Church of Scotland Mission School. Kenyatta studied many subjects, including the Bible, English, mathematics, and carpentry. He paid the school fees by working as a houseboy and cook for a nearby white settler. The university now plans to build a monument in his honor. The Presbyterian University of East Africa, whose precursor was the Presbyterian College, was founded in 2007 with the objective of providing holistic and transformational higher education based on Christian values. It operated using a letter of interim authority.
It started with a number of units being taught here. We had partners who partnered with us very well, all the way from Scotland and in Britain. In Scotland, they partnered with us in the world of education. We are grateful that after all that, the university has been able to stand. And this is a vision that was crafted way back, particularly in 1988, where the church met and they desired to have a university.
The award of a charter by His Excellency President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta on 2nd December 2020 gave a new impetus to the university. Professor John Mungania, during whose tenure the university got the charter, becomes the institution's 4th Vice-Chancellor. He is confident the institution will reach great heights and become a center of knowledge in science, technology and innovations, and achieve its dream of becoming the Harvard of Africa.
The charter gives you that freedom, that confidence that you can now do your own things. You can do your own thing without minding of maybe the lifespan. Also, recognition. Our partners all over the world, America, Europe, wherever, they are now saying we are coming, and we will come in a bigger way when the pandemic is over.
The charter was welcomed with joy and celebrations by the sponsor, management, students, faculty and non-teaching staff. A golf tournament organized by the sponsor and the university with the aid of various stakeholders was held at the Muthaiga Club, Nairobi on 27th February 2021. The tournament marked the launch of an endowment fund for supporting teaching, research and public service missions of the university. A Thanksgiving ceremony was held in mid-March 2021. The university has suitable physical facilities that support the academic programs, and these are continuously being improved. The Edward Danks Library has thousands of books in hard copies. Students can access many more reading e-resources from inside the library or as they relax under the numerous trees in the compound. Catering and accommodation is available within the university for both male and female students, with the Albright Women's Hostel accommodating over 300 female students. In addition, affordable alternative accommodation is available within the vicinity of the university.
Our main objective in this department is to provide meals to our students. We provide quality, affordable, and delicious meals to our students in our cafeteria and the dining hall. The second objective is to provide accommodation services to our students. We provide both for male and female. Our rooms, our halls of residence are secure, serene, and accessible. We endeavor to provide more services to the staff and even outsiders who may need to have a meeting venues or who may have a function within the university.
At Puer, students have an opportunity to study either science or arts programs, all tailored to produce holistically trained graduates for the service of man and humanity.
We want to train scientists, we want to train people with technology, and I want to tell the population, the community, that these are the things we want to. We always talk and dream about it and teach about it, that all our courses are STEM oriented. They have that aspect of science, that aspect of technology, that aspect of engineering, that aspect of mathematics.
The institution's aim is to create job creators and not merely job seekers, using the motto of finding new paths.
Universities are supposed to research, look at the innovations that are there in the market, and make sure that they're able to get new things, look into the changes in the environment, and that's why Presbyterian University of East Africa took the motto, finding new paths, so that they are able to make sure that they are in line with the changes in the environment.
The nursing and occupational therapy degree programs have proved to be very popular with students. Among the arts, Bachelor of Education Arts and Bachelor of Education Science programs are rapidly expanding.
We started in 2019, May, when we took a class of only 32, but then in September we also took a class of 31. Now, since then, the program has turned out to be one of the popular programs in this university. Currently, we have enrolled about 290 students within a time span of about 2 years. Our learning takes place both in the campus here and also in our partner institutions. For example, we have our Christian-based hospitals, PCA, Tumutumu Hospital, PCA Kikuyu Hospital, PCA Chogoria Hospital. These are learning centers for our students, especially for clinical practice.
Here we produce very competent people. Our teachers all over, when you take them even for teaching practice, they don't come back. They are already they are taken by the schools around because of their good delivery, because they master the content. Our nurses, for example, when they go to these hospitals, they are taken.
The strong Christian foundation of the university creates a unique learning experience at the institution. Both staff and students get spiritual nourishment by attending the university chapel every Tuesday mornings just before the beginning of classes and other activities.
The church that sponsors the Puer University, that is the Presbyterian Church of East Africa, has its own values. And one of the major values is the worship of God. So the university then takes the responsibility or takes the responsibility from the church to assist the students value the worship of God, value their Christianity, and also value the education that they are going through in the university. When they graduate, they go out as people who are ready to go and serve the community, integrate with the community wherever, whether they are teachers, whether they are nurses, doesn't matter, and they integrate with the people whom they are serving as professionals and also as Christians ready to serve God and to serve God's people.
The Registrar's Office is in charge of planning, organizing and managing all the activities related to the records, registration of students and university examinations, among other management duties.
The Registrar Office keeps the records for the students, that's in form of database. It continues to look at the progression of the students in terms of teaching, examining and grading the students until when the students are able to finish their programs and graduate. So this office is the core of the university in terms of making sure that the core mandate or the main purpose of the university is attained.
There is a vibrant students' leadership, namely Presbyterian University Students Association, PUSA. Students' leaders and the university management meet regularly to discuss students' welfare.
Our mandate is very simple, to represent the students' needs to the administration, and currently we have a very good working relationship between we student leaders and the staffs and the management, and through our leadership the management has been able to prioritize our demands and students and has put us first in our needs in everything that we need.
Games, clubs and societies are possibly one of the single most important aspects of campus. At Puer, students at all levels of learning are encouraged to participate in games and to join the existing clubs.
We encourage also clubs that have to do with lifelong living. For example, the Mountain Bike Club is associated with developing students to enter into clubs through which they can earn money. We also have clubs that have to do with all the normal clubs in the world or games in the world, such as soccer. And we are encouraging our students also to join these clubs as a way of developing the holistic person on the campus.
The Presbyterian University of East Africa has so far held 10 graduation ceremonies since inception. The institution continues to experience exponential growth in students' numbers and corresponding faculty members.
We have very dedicated and committed members of the faculty that are working towards making a difference in terms of learning of our students, because they know they are supposed to inculcate ethics in the learning. One unique aspect of our staff in this university is that they are very resilient, because even when previously we've had challenges, they were able to understand the circumstances. We have very good chemistry with our staff on the basis of very progressive trust, very demonstrable trust, and they are able to be patient when we have a bit of limitations.
Additional academic programs designed to meet the needs of the job market are at various stages of development and approvals. The university hopes to meet the rising demand for additional physical facilities like modern lecture halls, hostels, laboratories, studios and computer labs through partnerships with local and international organizations.
We are proud students of Presbyterian University of East Africa because of the conducive environment for learning, and also the campus has given us facilities to equip our skills in our professionalism. We are happy for that.
We thank you so very much, our lecturers that have spent sleepless nights to see that we come to this day. Thank you very much, everyone that have helped us in a special way. We are grateful to you. Thank you so very much, those that have mentored us, that you also spent tireless nights, sleepless nights. We can't afford to forget, those people who were in theology, doing Greeks and the Hebrews. It was indeed taxing. And all of you, when you think and we go back 4 years when we have been doing the courseworks, it has been taxing, but we are grateful to you. So, fellow graduates, I stand here before you looking back on our 4 years of legacy, experience and hard work that we've had and done together. As we graduate today, as we deal with our excitement today, our accomplishments, our fears, we should as well try as much as we can to see that we contribute and create a peaceful world that everyone would love to be in and live in. Therefore, as we strive to change and impact the communities and areas of where we shall be and the fields that we have studied, I kindly request of us to go and do all that we can, because today, before we leave here, we shall have all the power and all that it takes. Therefore, as we become the alumni of this great university, let us as well join our predecessors. Let us join those that were before us to see that this university become greater. And as well, they remember us always and whenever may be. Thank you so very much to our friends, our parents, as I said earlier, for your good work. To those who are still here, we kindly request of you to continue on, press on. It is still possible. A day will come for you to be where we are. I wish as well to say in a special way to thank all the people that have been with us, those whom we've served together in the PUSA government. Thank you very much. Thank you to the staff, the VC, and the management for helping us. We are grateful to you, and we promise our sponsors the church that we shall not disappoint you. We promise to be good people in the world, in the market, and wherever we shall be placed. God bless you so very much, and we wish you a blessed and a very wonderful day.
Thank you very much. The University Chancellor, the Chief Guest,
Excellency Governor Lee Kenyanjui, the representative of the host governor, Dr. James Nyoro, the moderator of the 23rd Assembly of the PCA, the Secretary General, the Deputy Secretary General of the 23rd General Assembly, the Chairman and members of BOT, the Chair and members of the Governing Council, the Senate, management of the university staff and students, the alumni, the graduating class of 2021, the parents and guardians, distinguished guests, and all protocols observed, ladies and gentlemen. The December 2021 graduation is the second after the award of charter to Puea on December 2nd, 2020. It is also being held at a challenging time during our history when the country is still combating the COVID pandemic and its devastating effects on the country and indeed education. Despite this state of affairs and with the help of God Almighty, Puea marches on. I take the opportunity to thank the Puea class of 2021 for your resilience at such a difficult time to pursue your academic work and to prevail. To this, I add and recognize the sometimes unseen support with our children as they faced the challenges of the year past. The timely and valued and significant support of our government through COOPS is recognized and highly appreciated. The faculty of Puea comes in for hearty applause for staying the course and so diligently delivering even under significantly changed learning environment. The reward of your work is here displayed on the faces of our graduates today. The graduation has come to happen with enormous support from the sponsor, for which heartful appreciation is expressed. The governance of Puea, our Board of Trustees and Council, has moved with determination to shape the destiny of our university. The university appreciates this and takes pride in your guidance and support. We are grateful for the continued support of our overseas and Kenyan partners who have not wavered in the support to the university. During this important occasion, I take the opportunity to congratulate you, the class of 2021, as you graduate with your degrees, diplomas, and certificates. May the education you have acquired here take you places. Once again, congratulations, and may God Almighty bless you abundantly. I invite the Chair of Council to address the congregation. Our Chair is Professor Grace Ngari. Please welcome.
The University Chancellor here present, our Chief Guest, His Excellency the Governor Honorable Kenyanjui, County Government of Nakuru, the host Governor, His Excellency Governor Dr. James Nyoro, that's Kiambu County, the moderator of the 23rd General Assembly of PCA, the Secretary General of the 23rd General Assembly of the PCA, the Deputy Secretary General of the same assembly, the chairman of the BOT and members of BOT, members of the council, and I want to recognize those present. Please stand up. Yeah, we have a representative of the council, the vice chancellor of this great university, the university senate, the management board, staff and students, the Puea alumni, the graduating class of 2021, parents and guardians, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, those present and those watching us virtually, good morning. Good morning. I'm greatly honored to be here today to witness this great milestone within Poya's calendar, being the second graduation ceremony after the attainment of its charter. The Council, which I here represent, congratulates all graduates. The Council is proud of your individual and collective exploits and achievements which culminate into your graduating today. Let me first appreciate the Board of Trustees for appointing me to chair the Council of this great institution. As I register my appreciation, I'm greatly humbled, especially by the fact that you trusted me, a woman for that matter, and the first one ever to hold such a prestigious position in this university. This act boldly rubber stamps not only your commitment to gender equality, but also women's empowerment, which, unfortunately, is still a mirage to many elsewhere. I do not take this position lightly. As a champion for the rights of women and girls in this country and beyond, may I inform this gathering that 10th December today is a great day in the United Nations calendar. It is not just the International Human Rights Day, but it also marks the end of the 16 days of gender activism observed every year from 25th November to 10th December since 1991. We are celebrating 30 years. This year's theme is Acknowledge the World, End Violence Against Women Now. The color orange in this context symbolizes a bright future, free of violence, and also serves as a means of demonstrating one's solidarity in eliminating all forms of violence. The act of entrusting the Governing Council to me is a big milestone that puts this university at the top notch of the national and global gender agenda. It clearly resonates with the fact that we are committed to leaving no one behind. And in that context, as we move this university to great heights in academics, we also want to declare it a center where gender-based violence will not be feasible. To the 2021 graduating class, you have been well equipped with a fitting education that transposes you to numerous career pathways. As you exit Puer, please remember that it is not just the knowledge you have acquired that counts, but what you do with it. Today, you'll be given the powers to read and do all that appertains to the various programs or degrees that you are acquiring. This, surprisingly, has never been defined beyond that. I mean, powers to do all that appertains. Even these professors you see here do not define that. As such, the certificate you receive serves only as a propeller to a future that lies solely in your hands. Graduation is a rite of passage that marks just a beginning of a life path that will define the difference between those who went through the university and those who allowed the university to go through them. Graduates learn to distinguish the difference. Let me be honest with you. The society awaits you with pregnant expectations, hoping that you provide not only academic-based solutions, but also demonstrate creativity in solving its numerous problems. Fortune resonates with Puer's motto, finding new paths. I have no doubt that the knowledge you have received doubles in academics and also higher calling. This binary equation mandates you to take a leading role in by the moral decay we are witnessing in our current society. The traditional evils of this esteemed institution makes you different, separates you from others, and gives you authority to stand out, even if that makes you unpopular. Like soldiers, prayer has prepared you with the necessary skills and tools, not only for going into battle, but also winning. Therefore, be innovative and entrepreneurially minded. What may appear as problems to others may not occur to you as so. That's the advantage. That's the difference. Our esteemed guests also join me in appreciating the families and friends of this graduating class. Receive my congratulations and that of the council members. I am certain that you have played critical roles in the education of these loved ones, and hence you have a reason to be proud. As they embark on new frontiers in their academic and professional journeys, I am sure the footprints you have marked in their lives will be memorable. Your Excellency, the Governor, I add by wishing these graduates continued success in their chosen careers, and with equal enthusiasm, urge them to remain loyal to their alma mater. By being a proud prayer alumnus, you will be helping us to expand our boundaries, especially through your character. Come back, as our gates will forever remain open to you. With these remarks, ladies and gentlemen, let me wish you a Merry Christmas and prosperous year 2022. Thank you, and God bless you. I want to take this opportunity now to invite the Chairman, Board of Trustees, who is also the presiding Chancellor, to give his remarks. Welcome.
Can you appreciate our Chair, the Council? Just before our Chancellor comes, it is my pleasure once more to invite the Vice Chancellor to come and recognize the visitors who are in our midst before we continue with the program. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. I stand here to recognize, first of all, the many congratulatory messages that we have received from our partners and fellow universities. We appreciate all of them. Also, the guests who are here, I recognize them in addition to our invited guests. Particularly, we recognize the representative of the Governor of Kiambu, Gibson Borough, who is the Chief of Staff. Thank you very much. We also recognize Irene Gichohi, Chief Occupational Therapist, the Ministry of Health and Ministry of Health of Kenya, here with us. Mr. Daniel Waithima, Honorable Treasurer and BOT member, is also here. Karo Kamau also is present. And also, we recognize the presence of all the members of Council and BOT. In addition to that, Dr. Waweru Murithi, the Prayer Center, Dr. Murianiki Rubate Center, Joseph Kuma, we are all recognized, Franz Mwangi, Monica Thiongo, Director, Nakuru County, Irene Gichohi, I've also mentioned that. We have Mogambi Wilfred from Chogeria Center, also with us. Caroline Kabau from U.S. Embassy, here with us. Pastor Simon of FPFK, Elder CPA Daniel Waithima, Honorable Treasurer of PCA, and also representative of the Criminology Association of Kenya, Dr. Elijah Keremi. Thank you very much for being here with us and gracing this occasion. I now call Moderator, Chair of BOT and Presiding Chancellor to speak and address the congregation. Please welcome.
Good morning. Bwana asifiwe. It's a graduation. We shouldn't be looking dull. The weather may not be looking very exciting, but we are excited from inside, aren't we? Particularly the graduates. The chief guest, His Excellency the Governor of Nakuru County, Mr. Ricky Nyajui, the Honorary Treasurer of the Presbyterian Church of East Africa, Elder Daniel Waithima, the Chair of the Board of the University Council, Professor Grace Wamwe Gare, members of the Board of Trustees, the Vice Chancellor, Professor Timothy Gatara, the University Senate, the Management Board, the staff and students, the alumni, the graduating class of 2021, parents and guardians, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I start by congratulating the graduating class, though not graduated yet, but the signs are clear that they will graduate today. Therefore, receive my congratulations even as we do the countdown to the 0 hour when you will graduate. I bring the apologies of the Secretary General, Reverend Dr. Waihenya, and the Deputy Secretary General, Reverend Paul Kariuki, who are away because of the many duties of the church. They were not able to join us, but they sent their greetings. They also sent their congratulations to the graduating class. To the graduating class, you have done yourself and your loved ones proud. Equally, you have done the university proud by graduating in it. So there is pride everywhere, within you, around you, and all over because of this graduation. The general community, our country, the church, are also winners through this graduation because the skills you have acquired will go a long way in enriching not just you, but others as well. And that is in line with the old maxim that trees do not eat their own fruit. So you who are graduating, you are the trees that are bearing the fruit. But trees don't eat their fruit. Rivers don't drink their own water. Lactating animals, including our mothers, never drink their nutritious milk. Therefore, though we celebrate you as you graduate, we believe that others will benefit more from your certification than yourself. That's the painful truth. You went to class, you did the assignments, you went through the toil, you burnt the midnight oil, but after graduating, the irony of life is that others should graduate more. Rather, others should benefit more than you. But that is also a Christian truth. Because in Christianity, one person died so that many may be saved. Jesus Christ died so that we may be saved. So Christianity is not about many dying for one person to benefit. It is about one person dying for many to be redeemed. And you know the passage, in the Gospel as recorded by St. John, chapter 3, verse 16, for God so loved the world, he gave his Son. For the salvation of the world, the Son was given, he died, as we confess in the Apostles' Creed, he descended into hell. He did all that so that many may be saved. It was not salvation for himself. Jesus Christ was not a direct beneficiary of the redemption goodies. We must emulate him, particularly you who are graduating today, that after this graduation, more should benefit. If you get benefits out of it, fair, but more should benefit. If you are a nurse, a doctor, a teacher, more should be enriched by education more than yourself. So if you find it the other way, that you are benefiting more as a teacher, students are failing, patients are dying, those you advise on business are closing down, but you are earning a salary, then one, you are not being a Christian, because in Christianity, one died so that many may be saved. Again, you are becoming a tree that is eating its own fruit. And I remember there were animals that used to misbehave. Cows, when you took them out for pastures, they would suck their own milk. And it didn't come out very well. That a lactating animal was drinking its own milk. That animal was usually referred to the butcher because it was not of benefit to its children. The academic journey must have been long. For sure it has been long. And there were many demands that went with it. Maybe the journey would have been shorter if there were no assignments. And I speak this knowing that quite a substantial of those who are graduating are my students. I taught here, and I made them do assignments. There is one that they really didn't like, where they had to do a quiz. Read through the syllabus, but do a quiz that would only earn them 10 marks. That didn't go out well with them. They remind me even when we meet out there. Mwalimu mambo yalikuwa mazuri kwa darasa, lakini hiyo ulitukalia. Therefore, the assignments made the journey long. But that is the way even a reverse course is. It is made longer by the meandering. But just as a meandering river finds new path in order to avoid obstacles, the same must have happened to the graduates. The same way we find a river, it meanders and now takes a longer distance to find where it can go without much obstacles. Through the obstacles that you faced, you may have found a new path. For instance, working together in groups, that I know was happening. For instance, you also knew what is the best time to study. Early morning, in the wee hours, you knew when to study. You discovered new path. Then, meaning then, the formulators of Puer's motto were therefore right when they stated that the university is a place of finding new path. Because through the obstacles you faced, you are able to find new path. However, I would like to caution that new paths are not illicit shortcuts. New paths that are talked about in our university motto, finding new path, are not about cutting corners. They are acceptable ways of reaching the desired objective. Acceptable ways of reaching the desired objective. It's like using a machine to execute a job instead of doing it mechanically. That's finding new path. It is not about cheating and corruption. Those are not new paths. New paths are straight and narrow and lead you to bliss. They do not cause unwarranted pain to others. They do not destroy the society so that one of you may benefit. Going into the future, you must therefore avoid cutting corners and claiming that they are new paths. Since the motto of the university is finding new path, one may distort the intended message and say that when you cut corners, when you follow illicit shortcuts, you are finding new path. When you are able to reach the other side, no matter how you got it, that those are new paths. that when you engage in corruption and get rich, when you steal from institutions, that you have found a new path. After all, that's what they taught us at the university. Finding new path. When you cheat in an exam and get the certificate, you make claim to have found new path. But the new path that are contemplated by the motto of the university are about finding an acceptable way of getting to the desired destination. Those who do contrary of that and claim that they have found a new path are the ones that Prophet Haggai cautioned in the theme of the General Assembly, the 23rd General Assembly, give careful thought to your ways. Consider your ways. Found in the book of Prophet Haggai, chapter 1, verse 5b. As we congratulate you for finding new path that led you to certifying examiners for the award of what you'll be receiving today, we exhort you to pursue the same once you get an opportunity to serve the nation, the church, or the community, whether employed or self-employed. Prayerfully find a new path to better your family, to better the church and society. Those who have, through history, come up with inventions that have made life quantitative are examples of people who found new paths. One example that comes in mind whenever inventions are mentioned is that of the German Johann Gutenberg, who invented the printing press in the 15th century. That was a new path that has transformed the world to date and transformed the world for the better. Of course, we can claim that Johann Gutenberg had obeyed the motto of our university. He had found a new path that was not illicit. New paths were not just about your life in the university. They should be in your life after graduation. That, along with the COVID protocols, should be your new normal. Finding new path. As for our university, we are thankful to God that we now have an accredited university that can swim with the giants of this country and beyond, and in anticipation of being the Harvard of Africa as our forefathers foresaw. For those who are in management, those of us who are in the board of trustees, the university council, led by Professor Grace and her team, the management and the Senate, we should also find new path of investing in the future of this university. We should not delight in partaking from the university without finding new path for it in the days ahead. We should not sit pretty, those of us in those organs that I have mentioned, we should not sit pretty and forget our painful past and the outstanding liabilities we need to clear, and the many things that we need going forward, the new infrastructure we need to build. Let us not be contented with consumption. We who are on board now, I mentioned the board of trustees, the university council, the management, the Senate, and everybody who is involved in steering this university. Let us not be contented with where we are now. Let us not just engage in consumption. Let us remember our painful past. Let us deal with all liabilities around us with honesty. Let us not sit pretty because we have students from government. Let's see how we can get more students even on our own. Let us not sit pretty because of the check that we receive. Let us look at what is around us, think about the university in the future. I think that is one way of finding a new path. And since our chief guest is a politician, before I invite him, it's also so good to talk a bit of politics. He would not be at home without a little politics. We are getting into a political year, and many activities are taking place. We exhort our leaders to
The Presbyterian University of East Africa, PUER, is a faith-based chartered private university sponsored by the Presbyterian Church of East Africa, PCEA. It admits both government and self-sponsored students and adopts an ecumenical approach. It is situated 20 kilometers from Nairobi city center on the Kikuyu-Thogoto Road, Kiambu County. The university's location is one of the most serene, scenic, and conducive teaching and learning environments. The PUER has a rich historical background. The activities of the university date back to the arrival of the first Church of Scotland missionaries in Thogoto, way back in 1898. The missionaries, who initially began work in Kibwezi, spearheaded the establishment of formal schools in Thogoto Mission area, making it the cradle of education in Kenya.
It is the history of the ministry done to the Presbyterian Church by the Church of Scotland, which dates back to 1891, when they came down at Kibwezi, did mission work, but then later in 1898 they came over to this area, that is Thogoto area. The most important thing was education, and because the missionaries knew that if they were able to get people educated, the local people here, they would get people who can help them in mission work. They could also have people who can do interpretation, because there was the Kikuyu and English. So that was crucial for people to be exposed to education.
PUER's historical background also includes the fact that independent Kenya's first president, Mzee Jomo Kenyatta, studied at the Church of Scotland Mission School. Kenyatta studied many subjects, including the Bible, English, mathematics, and carpentry. He paid the school fees by working as a houseboy and cook for a nearby white settler. The university now plans to build a monument in his honor. The Presbyterian University of East Africa, whose precursor was the Presbyterian College, was founded in 2007 with the objective of providing holistic and transformational higher education based on Christian values. It operated using a letter of interim authority.
It started with a number of units being taught here. We had partners who partnered with us very well, all the way from Scotland and in Britain, in Scotland. They partnered with us in the world of education. We are grateful that after all that, the university has been able to stand. And this is a vision that was crafted way back, particularly in 1988, where the church met and they desired to have a university.
The award of a charter by His Excellency President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta on 2nd December 2020 gave a new impetus to the university. Professor John Mungania, during whose tenure the university got the charter, becomes the institution's 4th Vice-Chancellor. He is confident the institution will reach great heights and become a center of knowledge in science, technology and innovations, and achieve its dream of becoming the Harvard of Africa.
The charter gives you that freedom, that confidence that you can now do your own things. You can do your own thing without minding of maybe the lifespan. Also, recognition. Our partners all over the world, America, Europe, wherever, they are now saying we are coming, and we will come in a bigger way when the pandemic is over.
The charter was welcomed with joy and celebrations by the sponsor, management, students, faculty and non-teaching staff. A golf tournament organized by the sponsor and the university with the aid of various stakeholders was held at the Muthaiga Club, Nairobi on 27th February 2021. The tournament marked the launch of an endowment fund for supporting teaching, research and public service missions of the university. A Thanksgiving ceremony was held in mid-March 2021. The university has suitable physical facilities that support the academic programs, and these are continuously being improved. The Edward Danks Library has thousands of books in hard copies. Students can access many more reading e-resources from inside the library or as they relax under the numerous trees in the compound. Catering and accommodation is available within the university for both male and female students, with the Albright Women's Hostel accommodating over 300 female students. In addition, affordable alternative accommodation is available within the vicinity of the university.
Our main objective in this department is to provide meals to our students. We provide quality, affordable, and delicious meals to our students in our cafeteria and the dining hall. The second objective is to provide accommodation services to our students. We provide both for male and female. Our rooms, our halls of residence are secure, serene and accessible. We endeavor to provide more services to the staff and even
in terms of knowledge. When you look at the countries around us, there is a lot of expectation that we shall lead in that area. And therefore, in the coming years, I am sure the catchment for this university will go beyond Kenya. I'm sure probably we have those from other countries around, but the catchment goes to as far as Sudan, Uganda, Tanzania, and the entire region. And I believe looking at the foundation, and specifically not just the academic foundation, but also the religious foundation, it also means that you're going to be appealing to a bigger cross-section across the region, because as we all know, knowledge must also be tempered with faith. And that is part of the big problem I think the moderator has referred to, that even if you have all the degrees, and if you go to as high as it can be, without a sense of morality on what is good and what is right, what is godly and what is not, then we will not be able to go far. And therefore, I am happy to see that the university has continued to propel those good principles that will be very necessary as you move on with your life. As you graduate here, remember that wherever you go, yourself and the university are bound together. Good name for the university, you will carry it wherever you will go. So you are the ambassadors of this university. No matter how much the university advertises out there, the people who come out of the university are the people who actually define the future of a university. So you're not just representing yourself, but you also represent this great institution. If you do great things, you do it for yourself and the institution that brought you. If you also find yourself in circumstances that do not bring honor to yourself or the institution you come from, then I think you also know what happens. So I think let us carry the university with pride and honor in whatever we do, and also appreciate that we are ambassadors of the university. Allow me also to confirm that as we graduate today, for the graduates who are here today, It is true that you are graduating in education, others in theology, others in BCom, others in masters. But beyond the degree, there's also another whole set of knowledge that is very important. There are networks that you have picked out of here. You are aware that in the world, some of the biggest companies that became multinationals were people who studied together, were people who were in school together. And therefore, beyond these certificates, all these contacts in another 5, 10 years will all go to different institutions. Do not lose that contact. Your lecturers, your professors, and whenever you're in a good place and you're asked to recommend somebody, you will always remember somebody you were once at the university together with. So it's also a good opportunity that you've interacted very closely. The people you've interacted with are men and women of integrity, and I am sure not only are we talking about good contacts and good networking in a business sense, I am also sure socially homes will also come out of this place. I think that is how it was designed to be, and we would want to also challenge you to continue with that. Allow me also to challenge you that as you move forward, sometimes we live in a society that has limits it a reality. So have a dream, believe in your dream, and I have no reason to believe that you can be whatever you want to be in your area of specialization, in your area of interest, and I think that is really what every graduate would want to be, to see challenges and seek solutions in whatever areas that you have. To a close, allow me also to mention that we, in our certificate, in our degree, there are those who graduate with first class, second class, honors, and so on. But in the world in which we live in, that is very important, that you got a first class. But as we know, 10 years from now, where you will be may not directly be related to that. It will be related to other very important skills that must accompany that degree. One of them is honesty. If you're honest in your place of work, if you're honest where you go to work, that even when your boss is not around and they assign a duty, you will deliver. When nobody is looking at you, you are able to deliver on your targets. When there's no CCTV, you are able to work as if somebody is looking over you. That is the kind of worker everybody is looking for. That is the kind of person everybody is looking for. And therefore, I urge you, beyond our degrees, we must look at issues to do with teamwork, issues to do with patience, issues to do with honesty, and I think also more importantly, having goals and ensuring that you're able to achieve those goals in good time. And as we all know, that in many a situation we'll find ourselves, and there's nobody to see us, and we have to make a judgment. Oftentimes, we default to what we have been taught and what we have learned. And I've always found this phrase, for God and country, to be very useful. But if you have to make a decision, you have to ask yourself, is it for God? Does it make God happy? Is it what God expects of me? Then secondly, is also your country. Whether you become a teacher, a banker, you are a leader in your church or wherever you are, the point is, decisions we make impact on yourself, reviewing the decisions we make in line with, is it for God? Is it for country? Then I'm sure here. And maybe I don't want to go beyond that, but just to thank you very much for this honor
and again to encourage you, and in wherever you go, you have our blessings and you have our prayer. Thank you, and may God bless you.
Can you appreciate him by clapping him more? Can you appreciate the address of our Chancellor, who is also our moderator? Thank you very much. God bless you. Before the Registrar Academic and Student Affairs comes, we want to have a moment of music. So I invite Choir 2 to come and make a presentation. Choir 2, come. Walk faster.
Okay. Our Vice Chancellor, the Chief Guests, distinguished guests, our lecturers, graduating class of 2021, parents, guardians, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I am Joy Mothoki, and in front of you is the Advent Harmony Prayer Church. We are going to present Behold Our God. It's a praise song. We're going to be praising God for all the good things that He has done for us, like, the class that is graduating today. And I would like to urge all of us to continue trusting in God and we hope that you're blessed through this presentation. Thank you.
all our guests and our graduates today. I have the pleasure now to invite the Dean of Academics to present the graduates.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, in the year 2021, the following 465 graduates whom I have the honor to present to you satisfied the Senate for the conferment of degrees and award of diplomas and certificates of the Presbyterian University of East Africa. I now call upon the heads of departments and directors to read the names of the graduates one at a time for the conferment of degrees and award of diplomas and certificates, respectively. Mr. Chancellor, sir, in the year 2021, the following 5 graduates whom I have the honor to present to you satisfied the Senate for the conferment of the degree of Master of Business Administration of the Presbyterian University of East Africa.
Master of Business Administration, Adams, Lizarian, Marty, Babu, Muindi.
I now call upon the Chancellor for the conferment of the degree of Master of Business Administration to the graduates.
By the authority vested in me and that of the Presbyterian University of East Africa, I admit you to the Masters of Business Administration degree that has been presented to you and give you power to read and do all that pertains to the said degree in that discipline. Thank you.
You are now bona fide graduates of the Presbyterian University of East Africa. Please turn your tassels from right to left. Congratulations. You may be seated. Mr. Chancellor, sir, in the year 2021, the following 293 graduates whom I have the honor to present to you satisfied the Senate for the conferment of the bachelor's degrees of the Presbyterian University of East Africa. I now call upon the head of departments to read the names of the graduates one at a time for the conferment of the bachelor's degree in the following order. Bachelor of Business Administration.
Bachelors of Business Administration, second class honors, upper division. Gisheru, Gidongo, Mburu, Kamoyo, Kemunto, Marara, Mogwongo, Mungania, Murungi, Musembi, Mwenda, Nayaba, and Selva.
Bachelor of Science in Computer Science.
Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, second class honors upper division, Gasie, Kiprotich, Muraja, Njenga, Tum.
We shall have Bachelor of Education in Early Childhood Education, Bachelor of Education Arts, and Bachelor of Education Science.
There is a second class honors Aroa division, Elijah, Mutomi, Opepo, Odhiambo.
Bachelor of Education, Early Childhood Education, second class honors Upper Division, Gitari, Koi, Miriam, Murungi, Mudhi, Duya, Gari, Jura, Nyaga, Respa. Bachelor of Education, Arts, first class honors, Idhalie Fidelis, Kadogo Glory, Kibara Sara, Musili Elizabeth, Mutambu Victor, Muita Robert, Mungai Gaki. Second class honors, Upper Division, Alo, Akeyo, Akunga, Akwesera, Atieno, Bagaka, Barasa, Bachilei, Betty, Bikwendo, Bori, Chebet, Chebeo, Chepchichir, Chepkurui, Cherono, Chumba, Diction, Felix, Geoffrey, Itonga, Irungu, Joseph, Kaberia, Kaibe, Kalaine, Karaja, Karia, Karicha, Karingivi, Kasibi, Kasmai, Kemboi, Hasoheli, Kibara, Kihoro, Kiblagat, Kipto, Kirotich, Kirudhi, Kisaingu, Koech, Sheila, Kundu, Lawrence, Lego, Lemashoni, Linus, Loriani, Luke, Machu, Mageto, Marangu, Bae, Betu, Migiro, Miriti, Buka, Mugo Eric, Mugo Susan, Muivia, Mulwa, Murevi, Murugu, Musioka John, Musioki Faith, Musioki Irene, Mudhoni, Mutesia, Mutwa Ruth, Mutwa Susan, Mutuku, Muturi, Muyogo, Mwarania, Mwenda, Mweti, Diwa, Dungu, Nganga, Gilion, Jeru Alice, Jeru Evelyn, Jeru Harrison, Nkari, Konge, Nyabuto, Nyamai, Nyamungu, Ogola, Okore, Omate, Obui, Ongute, Onyango Alfred, Onyango Atieno, Osumo, Otieno Kelvin, Otieno Maureen, Robert, Rose Asila, Rose Kadhoni, Scholastica, Sharon, Sikuku, Simbi, Sirogoti, Situma, Soy, Turanera Francis, Turanera William, Vivian, Wabwile, Wafula, Wambani, Wanguke, Wanjala, Wanza. Second class honors, lower division, Chepkorir, Gitonga, Kariuki. Bachelor of Education, Science. First class honors, Ayuma Selina. Second class honors, upper division, Achieng, Agonya, Akinyi, Brian, Buba, Budotich, Centurion, Chelangat, Chelogoi, Chepkurui Caroline, Chepkurui Faith, Chepto, Cherotich, Cheruyot, Chichir, Daisy, Emmanuel, Esige, Faith, Gadhuita, Gitonga, Guravi, Asan, Jafida, Justin, Kakasia, Kamau, Kamenchu, Hasiro, Hilonzi, Kimito, Kimoi, Kiyoko, Kipkemoi, Kipsang, Kipyatich, Kurgat, Kwamboka, Chalo, Langat, Lona, Luka, Maina, Majuria, Maroa, Matevu, Mawia, Babu, Miriti, Muchui, Mungori, Murerwa, Mureithi, Muruli, Musee, Musembi, Musioka, Musioki, Mudhoni, Mudhukui, Mutua, Mutugi, Mutunga, Mwita, Muongera, Nasiebada, Demo, Jerry, Nomanyi, Ndongo, Nyabuto, Nyakudi, Nyang'au, Nyarango, Ochieng, Okiwa, Omboi, Otieno, Oyomo, Protas, Rioba, Rumumba, Sandia, Vilita, Wangui, Wajala, Wanyonyi, Wekesa, Yvonne. Second class honors, lower division, Kennedy, Kilusu, Kimutai, Koech, Mangusho, Shirajetsi, Sigei.
Bachelor of Arts in Criminology and Fraud Management.
Bachelor of Arts in Criminology and Fraud Management. Second class honors, upper division, Kazungu Baya Justin.
Bachelor of Arts in Journalism and Mass Communication.
Bachelor of Arts in Mass Communication, Journalism option. Second class honors, upper division, Mukunya Florence. Public Relations option, second class honors, upper division, Atandi James, Maina Charles, Waswa Maureen.
Bachelor of Theology.
Bachelor of Theology, first class honors, Mwangi. Second class honors, upper division, Edwin, Ashoka, Ushuri, Vitali, Videji, Juma, Kairu, Kamau, Kaniu, Karanja, Kariuki, Kihunyu, Kiremi, Masharia, Muremia, Mugambi Lois, Mugambi Mollis, Mugo, Mudia, Mwatha, Mwaura, Dungu, Jeru, Joroge, Juruva, Ruai, Shapiro, Sari, Wainaina. Second class honors lower division, Mudiuki.
I now call upon the Chancellor for the conferment of the bachelor's degrees to the graduates.
It's in order, once this is done, for those in there and out there to shout in joy and celebrate. So don't be too quiet. After this formal proclamation, it is meant to excite you to receive the graduates because they are about to become graduates now. By the authority vested in me and that of the Presbyterian University of East Africa, I admit you to the mentioned bachelor degrees that have been presented to you and give you power to read and do all that appertains to the said degree in the relevant disciplines. Shout for them. Shout in joy.
You are now the bona fide graduates of the Presbyterian University of East Africa. Please turn your tassels from right to left. Congratulations. You may be seated. Mr. Chancellor, sir, in the year 2021, the following 134 graduates whom I have the honor to present to you satisfied the Senate for the award of diplomas of the Presbyterian University of East Africa. I now call upon the heads of departments to read the names of the graduates one at a time for the award of diplomas in the following order. Diploma in Business Administration.
Diploma in Business Administration, Credit, Agri, Edwin, Isaac, Kiptum, Kirunguru, Maina, Masea, Miriti, Mumo, Mwangi, Njuki.
Diploma in Education Arts.
Diploma in Education Arts, Credit, Auma.
Diploma in Public Relations, Diploma in Social Work and Community Development, and Diploma in Journalism and Mass Communication.
Diploma in Journalism and Mass Communication, Distinction, Musa Christine. Credit, Felix Kemutai. Average, Mukwana Ruth. Diploma in Public Relations, Credit, Bore Daniel. Kennedy Pepela. Average, Dungu Grace. Diploma in Social Work and Community Development, Credit, Lawi Dokas, McKenna Elsie, and Maureen Wanja.
Diploma in Computer Science.
Diploma in Computer Science, Average, Itonga, Nyang'au.
Diploma in Registered Nursing.
Diploma in Registered Nursing, Sasiram Brian Kimtai.
Diploma Diploma in Criminology and Fraud Management.
Diploma in Criminology and Fraud Management. Credit, Kibet Rono Julius.
Diploma in Theological Education by Extension and Diploma in Guidance and Psychological Counseling.
Advanced Diploma in Theological Education by Extension, Cheburet, Chege, Kasanja, Kachunga, Kisheshe, Kikuri, Kitao, Kitonga, Kabiro, Kawe, Kamau Amos, Kamau Daniel, Kalanja Jane, Kalanja Michael, Kalanja Nancy, Kariuki Joseph, Kariuki Rebecca, Kadendo, Kiarie, Kibara, Kiboto, Kimani, Kimeri, Kigoina, Kenyua, Keremi, Kongo, Macharia Nancy, Macharia Loda, Maina Leonard, Maina Peter, Munyasi, Bouquet, Boro George, Boro Joachim, Bodia, Mogo, Mwirole Caroline, Mwirole James, Mongai, Munyaga, Karaoke, Murungu, Mwaganu, Mwagi Dennis, Mwangi Douglas, Mwangi Esther, Mwangi Mase, Mwangi Nancy, Mwaura Dennis, Mwaura Johnson, Mwaura Philip, Mwaura Robert, Mongera, Drango, Dongo, Nganga Joseph, Nganga Henry, Nganga Nancy, Gigi Hagai, Gigi Salome, Goge, Gunjo, Jenga Kenneth, Jenga Stanley, Jugona, Juru, Yokabi, Joro, Obaga, Otieno, Paul, Rutere, Tanu, Vige, Ruo, Washira, Wambogo Elizabeth, Wambogo Gerard, Wajiko, Wajiro, Wakabi. Diploma in Guidance and Psychological Counseling. Distinction, Kinga Esther Joki, Madenge Glandis Duta. Credit, Kishuki, Kisia, Baya, Mungai, Dongo, Jiro, Joka, and Wajiko. Thank you.
I now call upon Professor Kirika to read the names of the graduates in the following 3 diploma programs: Diploma in Theology, Diploma in Counseling Psychology, and Diploma in Chaplaincy.
Diploma in Theology. Credit, Gideji, Kamoyo, Majar, Murevi, Wambui. Average, Kiaduma, Kenodia, Wambogo. Diploma in Chaplaincy. Distinction, Maige Mushai. Credit, Kamau Kihiga Masharia Migwi Mugwanja.
Diploma in Counseling Psychology. Okay. I now call upon the Chancellor for award of diplomas to the graduates.
Diploma in Guidance and Psychological Counseling. Distinction, Kinga Mathenge. Credit, Gishuke Kisia Baya Mungai Dongo Jiro Joka Wanjiko.
I now call upon the Chancellor for award of diplomas to the graduates.
By the authority vested in me and that of the Presbyterian University of East Africa, I admit you to the mentioned diplomas that have been presented to you and give you power to read and do all that appertains to the said diploma in the relevant disciplines. Makofi kwao.
Applause. You are now the bona fide graduates of the Presbyterian University of East Africa. Congratulations, you may be seated. Mr. Chancellor, sir, in the year 2021, the following 33 graduates whom I have the honor to present to you satisfied the Senate for the award of certificates of the Presbyterian University of East Africa. I now call upon the heads of departments to read the names of the graduates one at a time for the conferment of certificates in the following order. Certificate in Business Administration.
Certificate in Business Administration, Mwasa, Muia, Mulinga, Mudengi, Kirote.
Certificate in Computer Science.
Certificate in Computer Science, Kawira Frida.
Certificate in Public Relations and Certificate in Journalism and Mass Communication, and Certificate in Social Work and Community Development in that order.
Certificate in Public Relations, Benjamin Eyangan, Salim Bidi, Wairimu Enrique Agiri. Certificate in Journalism and Mass Communication, Mugwana Ruth. Certificate in Social Work and Community Development, Bogala, Boru, Galgalo, Galma, Haile, Alake Abdub, Alake Diba, Ambule Hassan, Kiende, Lucha, Monica Karimi, Nathan, Omar, Rebecca, and Wario Sora.
Certificate in Food and Beverage Production, Service and Sales Management.
Certificate in Food and Beverage Production, Service and Sales Management, Chandi Stevenson, Evangeline Kaloki, Candy Masi, Martin Kimathi, and Marty Jacinta.
Certificate in Criminology and Fraud Management.
Certificate in Criminology and Fraud Management, Mtahi Leonard Kiprotich.
Certificate in Counseling Psychology.
Certificate in Counseling Psychology, Jerry Peter Mongi.
I now call upon the Chancellor for award of certificates to the graduates.
By the authority vested in me and that of the Presbyterian University of East Africa, I admit you to the mentioned certificates that have been presented to you and give you power to read and do all that appertains to the said certificate in the relevant disciplines.
You are now the bona fide graduates of the Presbyterian University of East Africa. Congratulations, you may be seated. I now call upon the HOD nursing and the entire department of faculty to administer the nurse oath to the nurse graduate.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I have the honor to conduct a French, which is usually done by all nurses who graduate before they start working, ethical, and if there is a nurse who is here invited, you can also join us. This is a ceremony for nurses. We are going to light a candle for each one of us because our founding nurse, who was called Florence Nightingale, during the Crimean War, she mobilized nurses to go and take care of the soldiers. And during that time, there was no electricity. She used to walk with a candle from one bed to another. And that's why we normally light a candle for each one of us to light the lives of those soldiers and for our patients. So we are going to light up the candle. We are going to recite a French, and often from Florence Nightingale French in 1980s. And you will say after me. When I say I, James Mwenda, you will say I, you name your name. Then we continue. I, James Mwenda, do solemnly swear before the Almighty God, and in the presence of this assembly to observe the nurse's code of ethics and conduct. I shall faithfully practice my profession in accordance with the laid down laws and regulations. As provided for in the Nurses Amendment Act 2011 of the laws of Kenya. I shall abstain from whatever is deleterious and mischievous, and shall not take or knowingly administer any harmful drug. I shall do all in my power to maintain and elevate the standard of my profession. I shall hold in confidence all personal matters committed to my keeping. And the family affairs coming to my knowledge in the practice of my calling. I shall endeavor to work in collaboration with the other team members in the provision of health care. And devote myself to the welfare of those committed to me. So God help me, God. Thank you very much. You can now put off the candles.
Can you appreciate the nurses for that? Thank you. I now call upon the Dean of Students to administer the Presbyterian University of East Africa Loyalty Pledge to the graduates.
Our Chancellor, sir, and guest of honor, we have an oath, and I will request those present to stand up. Those present to stand up, and those who are watching us will do it together, wherever they are. The graduates, stand up. You have a copy. We'll do it together. Let's go. As a graduate of the Presbyterian University, I pledge that I will always be grateful to the Almighty God for being of my communities and for this. I will conduct myself with honesty and integrity, taking responsibility for actions and respecting the rights opinions and dignity of all people. I will maintain strive to serve humanity to better my community through good citizenship and active participation. I will be loyal ambassador for my university and will seek to promote our welfare and maintain our reputation. I will have my knowledge and experience with promote all that is righteous and just. Ability to see your hand in my rich supply, and this is so help me God. You may take your seats and please observe that. I now want to welcome the chairperson to the alumni to make her remarks. Chairperson, alumni.
The Chancellor, sir, the guest of honor, His Excellency, Governor Najib, the guest of honor being hosted here by the Governor of Kiambu in his absentia, the moderator of the 20 23rd General Assembly PCA. The Secretary General, Assembly of the PCA, the Chair of the BOT, Reverend Dr. Patrick Rigo, the Chair of Governing Council, Professor Gary, the Senate, the management, the university staff and members of students, the graduates of today, class of 2021, parents, guardians, all the protocols observed. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. That the class of 2021, you've made it to the end, despite the many challenges. And therefore, on behalf of the Alumni Association, I wish to congratulate you, the class of 2021, and welcome you most sincerely to the association. I know that the big question going through your minds right now could borrow a leave. I completed my bachelor's degree like you have completed today, some of you. I went to register for a master's degree at Desta University immediately. And after that, I enrolled for a PhD at Moi University. I could have done what I did not do, sorry. But look forward to a future where I'll engage communities and relevant organizations with what I have gained so far. This is maybe the way that I would encourage you today to move and create new paths. Following your graduation today, I want to assure you that there is no single academic field that you have acquired today that cannot impact your communities. You just need to have an idea and develop it into a mega project. Today you have been given the power to read and do all that appertains to your relevant degrees. I therefore challenge you to read the theories of modernization, the well-being, and the outlook of our communities. I offer myself to help in case you need to reason with somebody. Another big question for you graduates today is this: how then, or now that you have been given power to read, how can I use this power? In giving you my advice, I wish to quote the sentiments of our current President of the United States of America, Joe Biden. While speaking about corruption, he said, "Corruption is a cancer that eats away at the citizens' faith in democracy, diminishes the instincts for innovation and creativity, the already tight national budgets, crowding out important national investments. It wastes the talent of entire generations. It scares away investments and jobs. And therefore, I urge you to be an advocate of a corruption-free society." As I conclude, I send you out there as ambassadors of this great university. Market it to the ends of the world. I ask our international students to spread the good news and the word about the achievement they have made so far in this institution. And at this juncture, I want to invite just to have a standing ovation of one of our graduates, Reverend Kato. Please stand up. We are sending you as an alumni to market this institution to East Africa and to the greater world. Thank you so much. I also invite our area MCA, Kikuyu Ward, Henry Kagiri. You have graduated today. Kindly, may you be our ambassador in this area. As we consider giving CSR to the community, be the great ambassador for us. Thank you so much and congratulations. I also invite the outgoing SG, Mike Joroge, please just stand up. Mike is the aspiring MP for Katundu North, and we send you as well. Bring us as many students as you can. Thank you so much. Always remember the mission statement of the association and carry it with you from now henceforth. And together we can stand united and strong. I relate today's graduation with the Bible story in the book of Mark chapter 5, verse 18 to 20, about a man who was demon-possessed. But after being healed by Jesus, he begged to go with him. And Jesus told him, "Go home to your family and tell them how much the Lord has done for you and how he has had mercy on you." So the man went away and began to tell the decoferers how much Jesus had done for him. And all the people were amazed. Therefore, my graduates, I therefore wish to where I would have grown, and you grow together with it. So it is an institution that we have carried. I carry the certificate for prayer wherever I go. If it was not for prayer, I wouldn't be where I am today. And I am very proud. Join me in being proud to be a alumni of prayer. May God bless you all. God bless prayer. God bless Kenya. God bless you. And I wish you a Merry Christmas and happy 2022. Thank you.
I now invite the band to lead the congregation in singing hymn number 2, "What a Friend We Have in Jesus," which is found on page 12 of the graduation booklet. As they finish, praise and worship team, be ready to follow them in that order. praise and worship team, you should be here already.
nasi tuimbe, tumtukuze aliyekuja kutukomboa. Nasi tuimbe, tumtukuze aliyekuja kutukomboa.
Thank you very much, praise and worship team. It's now my humble duty to invite the Registrar, Academic and Student Affairs to administer the presentation of awards and then later make some announcements.
Graduates, and above all, we have those who are outstanding, and we are going to give them a gift of appreciation. And before we give to the graduates, we'll start with our guests today. And I'll call upon the moderator and the presiding chancellor to give the gift, assisted by the Vice Chancellor. Can we clap? Thank you very much. Thank you, our guest. Now for the students, we'll have our chair council presenting the gifts to the students. Number one is Ayuma Selina. She was the best, and she's in Bachelor of Education Science, first class honors. Let's clap for her. Bachelor of Education Arts, first class honors, Mutambo Victor Mumo. Thank you so much. Let's clap for them. Bachelor of Theology, kindly continue standing, chair. There we still have more. Bachelor of Theology, first class honors, Mwangi Jonah Kairu. Mwangi Jonah Kairu. Can we have Reverend Sally speaking for him? Sally Kato. Thank you so much. Let's clap for him. Diploma in Journalism and Mass Communication, distinction, Musa Christine Wangoi. The HOD can pick on behalf of the students, HOD Communication. Oh, sorry, she's around. Musa Christine, thank you. Let's clap for her. Diploma in Chaplaincy, distinction, Henry Chege Mushai and James Minjire Maingi. Henry Chege. James Minjire. Let's clap for them. Thank you so much. Diploma in Guidance and Psychological Counseling Distinction, Esther Joki Kinga. Let's appreciate it. Thank you so much. Diploma in Guidance and Psychological Counseling Distinction, Esther Joki Kinga and Gladys Nduta Madenge. HOD Theology can speak on their behalf. Let's appreciate him on behalf of those two students. Yeah, two students, Esther Njoki and Gladys Nduta. And now, finally, Mr. Chancellor, sir, I have the honor to present the Best Leader of the Year 2020-2021, and I will request the guest of honor to present the present to him, Reverend Sally Godfrey Kato. He was chair of PUSA 2020-2021, and he did a lot for the university and even paying fees for the other students. From Uganda, kindly continue spreading the gospel of prayer to Uganda. Thank you so much. Thank you for presenting the gifts. Thank you so much. Now let me take the pleasure to make some announcements. And before I invite ourselves for lunch, let me recognize one person that alumni forgot, Honorable Kazungu Baya from Kilifi. He has graduated with a Bachelor of Arts in Criminology and Fraud Management, also spread the gospel to Mombasa and beyond. Thank you so much. We also congratulate the county government of Nakuru, our guests. We are very grateful that you have been awarded city status. And we request and say that remember us as you grow as a city. You can see we have now the graduates, and they are looking for jobs. Remember them. Thank you so much. Thank you. Now I'll invite us to lunch. We'll have lunch served in two areas. The main reception at the car park, where we have the VC's guests, the chief guest and his team, the Chancellor, BOT members, council members, invited vice chancellors, Senate and management, HODs and teaching staff, non-teaching staff, PCA Kikuyu Presbyterian leadership, pastors, elders, deacons and spouses, PUSA, media, and the police officers. Cafeteria, dining hall area, our drivers, that's all the drivers around, invited graduates, entertainment groups and band, ushers, first aid team, and our security officers. So you are all invited for lunch, and as we end our graduation, we'll be recessing back, and our recession will take now the opposite direction. Those who came first will be the last to leave, and those who came in last will be the first to leave, and the band will be leading us in that order. So thank you so much for coming, and always feel welcome to prayer all the time. Thank you. I now take the opportunity to invite the Honorary Treasurer to give vote of thanks, and thereafter invite the moderator for benediction. Thank you.
I take this opportunity first to thank God for His gracious mercies, who has been with us, the students, since they joined the university until today. He has been with us, the students and the faculty. I also take this opportunity to thank our chief guest, His Excellency Governor of Nakuru County, for accepting our invitation and for giving us very wise counsel today. I also want to thank the moderator of the 23rd General Assembly, who is also the BOT chair, and also our Chancellor for today for those words of counsel. I also want to thank the Board of Trustees, the members, the council members, the Senate, and the management, and all the invited guests, also the staff of the university, the students, and all the graduates who are present today, and those who are also following us through virtual. We also want to thank each and everyone who made this day to be a success. If I have omitted any, feel that we have appreciated your work to make this day a success. I therefore take this opportunity to invite our moderator. Will give us the benediction.
Graduates who are leaving this place with smiles, with certificates, and we pray that there will be opportunities for them to serve, so that they can transform their lives, but much more the lives of those that they will interact with. Thank you even for giving us a chief guest, His Excellency Rick Kenyajui, who came and was with us and guided him. Many players have taken their place in the process of this graduation, some small, some big. We do not ignore everything that has been done because it has made it a success. Thank you. And now, as we get into the festive season, we pray that all of us will have a Merry Christmas. We pray that all of us will have a prosperous year 2022. But in all those, may we always remember that you are in charge, and always to put you ahead in all our plans, to remain prayerful as we get into the festive mood. Guide us in everything that we are going to do. And now may thy peace, that surpasses all human understanding, keep our minds and our souls in the love and in the knowledge of God and His Son, Jesus Christ. May the blessings of God the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit be with each one of you and all of us, now and forevermore. Amen.
I will request the band to lead the congregation in singing again the Kenya National Anthem and the East African Community Anthem. And thereafter, our Vice Chancellor will come for the dissolution of the congregation. The band, please.
by the authority vested in me by the statutes of the Presbyterian University of East Africa, I now declare this congregation officially dissolved.
I would like to request the platform party here at the dais that before you unrobe, kindly take a group photo at the entrance of the main administration block. Now, the band will play the recessional tune, leading, and the platform party will be the first, followed by the faculty. The Lord bless you.